And welcome back, Math Masters. Whoa, almost kicked the camera over. Welcome back, Math Masters. That wasn't a very nice welcome back. So we're going to continue on our quest to round, how did we phrase this? Round multi-digit numbers to the thousands place value using the vertical number line, okay? So let's get right down to business. You have your whiteboards, there's some scratch paper, and we're going to round this number 4,100, the nearest thousand place, okay? So let's get right to it. So we take it the nearest thousand. I'm going to take it down to 4,000 or 4 thousands, and go ahead and write all this down so we can take a look. Okay, now what's the next thousand after 4,000? Well, it's 5,000. So I'm going to make this a 5,000, or we can call it 5 thousandths. Now remember we talked about where the midpoint is. So think about the midpoint. What is it going to be? Well, remember when we looked back at this chart, this vertical number line, we had 1,000, 2,000, and the midpoint was 1,500. So our midpoint should be 4,500, right? 4,000, 4,500, 5,000. So let's go ahead and write 4,500 here. And we could write that out as 4,000s 500ths equals 4,000s and 500ths. That is our midpoint. And now let's think about where 4,100 would go. So, 4,100, wouldn't it go right here? 4,100, 4,200, 4,300, 4,400, 4,500? I think so. So, I'm going to write this as 4,100. And we can see that 4,100 is much closer to 4,000 than it is to 5,000. That's what rounding is all about. So if we're going to round 4,100 to the nearest thousands place, it'd be rounded to 4,000. And the way we show that rounding is 4,100. We kind of give a squirrely little equal sign to show that it's been rounded to 4,000. And why do we round? Well, one big reason in Eureka Math that we round is to do some checking of our work. So becoming a master of rounding is very important. We're going to take a look at a different number now and round it to the nearest thousands place. And I think you'll know pretty soon that where it goes, I hope. So let's take a look at 4,700. Okay, and we'll make our vertical number line all the way over here. Make our two endpoints. What would our endpoints be? When we think about it, would they be 4,000 and 5,000? Because we're trying to get to the nearest number line, okay? The nearest thousand. So I'm going to have 4,000 here, and that equals 4 thousands, and go ahead and write that down. And then up top we have 5,000, which equals 5 thousands. And we know that 10 hundredths make up 1,000. So let's go ahead and mark our 10 hundredths. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So where would the midpoint be? We've discussed this quite a few times already. It would be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be at 4,500, which equals 4 thousands and 500ths. Okay? But the number we're looking at is 4,700. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4,700. So where would we round 4,700 to the nearest thousands place? Well, is it closer to 5,000 or closer to 4,000? If you said 5,000, you're absolutely correct. And think about why. It's greater than the midpoint of 4,500. It's 4,700. Look, 1, 2, 3 to get to 5,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get to 4,000. So we can see that this will be rounded, 4,700 will be rounded, squiggly equal sign, to 5,000. All right? Let's go to problem 2. And we're going to use a vertical number line again to round 5 and 6 digit numbers, so larger numbers, okay? 5 and 6 digit numbers. When we're rounding to the nearest 1,000 place value still. So think about this. Let's write our number. 14,345. So we're only really concerned about this right here in the thousands place. So let's make a vertical number line. And what will our endpoints be? Well, think about it. We're rounding to the nearest 1,000 place. So 14,000 and 15,000. So you have 14,000's down here, 15,000's up there. What's our midpoint going to be? Well, we've reviewed this a few times. Remember, 10 hundredths to get from 14,000 to 15,000. So our midpoint would be 14,500, okay? So look at our number, 14,345. Where would that fit on this vertical number line? Let's think about that. I have 14,100, 14,200, 14,300, 14,400, 14,500. 14,600, 14,700, 14,800, 14,900, 15,000. So it looks like I have 14,100, 14,200, 14,300, and my number is 14,345, so it's going to be right around here. Now, where is this closer to? Is it closer to the 15,000 or the 14,000? Well, we can see it's only 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of that. And to get to 15,000, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over 600. So we would round down, they call that, to 14,000. Because 14,000, remember, we're just rounding to the nearest 1,000. 14,000 is closer to 14,000 than it is to 15,000, okay? We're going to do another one. A 6-digit number before we take a little break. Ready for a 6-digit number? I know I am. So you're going to use your whiteboard or another piece of scratch paper, or you can make room on your old piece of scratch paper, either are. So the number we're looking at is 215,721. 215,721. And remember, we're rounding to the nearest 1,000 place. What's in the 1,000 place? Well, let's do a little review. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So that 5 is either going to change to a 6 or stay the same. That's the magic of rounding. But where do we put our impost? How do we mark our impost? Well, right here, we know it's going to go to 215 or 216, depending on what it's closer to. So I'm going to label this impost, in point, 215,000. And up here, I'm going to label it 216,000. So what's the midway point? Remember, the midway point between thousands is 500ths. So let's put 215,500. But where does our number that we're working with fit in on the number line? Is it greater than 215,500 or less? Well, let's go. 215, 215, 7 hundredths and only 5 hundredths, 2 tens and 0 tens, 1 1 and 0 ones. So definitely, it's not that much greater than this, but it is greater, so we're going to put it here. And because it's on this side, what happens? It gets rounded up to 216,000. Okay, I know this is a big lesson. Roundings can be difficult to comprehend. That's okay. By the time we get done with the problem set, we will have it down. So go ahead and get out your problem set, take a little stretch, go to the restroom, get a drink of water, etc., etc.